What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadia if you are new here. If not, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. Today's video, I am going to be showing you how to create this look with the Mint To Be palette by Colourpop, which was sent to me. I won a giveaway, so I will be using this palette as well as another Colourpop palette to create this eye look. I also use the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows, so if you've never used that formula, you'll get to see that today. And last but not least, the lashes I'm wearing are really special. They're magnetic eyelashes that were sent to me by AimeeNaturals Beauty. So it's the first time that I've used magnetic eyelashes. I'm going to show you guys how to apply them and let you know what I think about the product. So yeah, so if you would like to see how I got this look, just keep watching. All right, guys, so we're going to get started. I've already done my eyebrows off of camera and I did my left eye. I'm gonna get started now with my right eye. Using my Louise base as my base. I also mixed in a little bit of my Colourpop concealer here, my Pretty Fresh Colourpop concealer, just to make this a little bit closer to my skin tone. So we're going to get started. The first palette I'm going to be dipping into is the Mint To Be palette by Colourpop, and I'm going to start with this shade right here, and it is called Ice Cold. Okay, so I'm going in with Ice Cold, and I'm going to be putting this all above my crease. So I'm just going in with this shade all above my crease. If you guys are new here, I am not a makeup artist. I'm not professionally trained. This is all from watching YouTube and teaching myself and watching tutorials and stuff like that, and just trial and error. So please don't expect like detailed tutorials talking about techniques and stuff, because I don't really have them. I just kind of do what looks good, and I think that most of us, that's what we do. So all right, so we've got Ice Cold, and I'm just building it up. I'm gonna take it down a little bit in the front here. This palette, this Mint To Be palette, is really pigmented, which is great. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna flick this up a little bit to match the other side. So I kind of flicked it up like that. This is just gonna be like a little base. Next, I'm gonna take the shade right here. This shade here, Seltzer, and go above that. This is the brush I'm using. For me, I used to be afraid to bring the color up to my brow because I thought it looked crazy. But as time has gone on, I actually like the way it looks. I used to leave some space there, but I leave very little space now when I'm going towards my brow. Then I'm going to go back with the previous shade Ice Cold and just deepen up anything that got covered up by that last shade. actually want to bring Ice Cold down a little bit lower towards my crease. Like right there. Yeah. So I have hooded eyes. So when I do cut creases or halo eyes, I always have to make sure I go above the crease so that you can see. Or else when you look at me, everything will be hidden. Right. Pretty satisfied with that. I'll probably go back in with that shade a little bit later. But for now, we're going to move on to the next shade, which is going to be Be Mint. So here's the palette again. I'm going into this shade now. I'm going to put this all over my lid. Here's the brush I'm using. It's a BH Cosmetics brush. There is quite a bit of fallout with this palette, so if that's something that bothers you, you might want to keep that in mind. As you can see here, it's very powdery, and the shimmer shades, there's definitely a lot of fallout. So that's why I'm doing my eyes first before I do my base. And this is literally just a base for what I'm about to do next. All of this is going to be covered up, so don't think you need to be precise with this part at all. E1 brush, my Colourpop brush, and I'm going to go into the shade down below here, Chill Factor. We're going to put that in the inner and outer corner. And this is the deepest shade in the palette. It's not deep enough for my liking, so this is going to be a base, and then I'm going to use a different shade from a different palette to deepen it up. So I don't remember if I mentioned this, we're doing a halo eye today. So we're going in the inner and outer corners and just deepening that up. Okay, now I'm going to put the Mint To Be palette down for a moment and switch over to my Shayla by Colourpop Perception palette, which looks like this. I need a darker shade to deepen the outer and inner corner. So I usually like to use a dark or a black shade. The palette that I usually use, I'm not using right now. So we're going to go into this one. Support our sister Shayla. So we're going to go into this shade, which is called Stallion. It's a really deep blue, but it's almost black. Like, it's almost black. So that's what we're going to use to deepen the inner and outer corners. Using this brush right here, the Luxie brush. And literally just going to deepen the inner and outer corners. And you want to be gentle and go slow so you don't go too crazy. And a lot of this is just blending. Sometimes I open my eye really wide like that just because of the creased, the hooded eyes. Just so I can make sure I get it all in there. And we're gonna go back and forth between Chill Factor and Stallion from Perception, and just deepen this. Okay, so now I'm going to cut my crease. I'm going to do the halo in the center. I'm going to be using my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the white shade. This is in Fair 00. I'm going to do that off camera just because sometimes it's a little tedious. But basically you're just going to do a big halo, like a big oval shape. Or some people like to do like, it's kind of like a cone. It's thinner in the middle and then it goes out. Okay, so you're just going to do that in the center of your lid with any primer or base that you want. I'm using a white one just so that the center shade can like stand out. Okay, I'll be right back once that's done. Okay, so I'm back. It doesn't have to be pretty because you're gonna be covering it with makeup. So, just do your best and let's continue. Okay, so we're going back into the Mint To Be palette. Now we're going to use this shade right here, this shimmer shade in the center. It's called Minty. And we're gonna put that on top of the space we just carved out. And this has a lot of fallout, this shimmer shade, so just be aware. And this is just a base because we're gonna go over this with a Super Shock shadow. Oh, I didn't show what brush I'm using. I'm using the Colourpop E7. Just like this. It's a chubby one. So we're gonna start with that. We start with that, and then we're gonna go on top of it with this Colourpop Super Shock shadow. Meant for you. And for this one, we're going to use our finger. So just rub that in like this. And we're gonna go on top of what we just did for like extra oomph. All right. Now we're gonna go back into our other darker shades to deepen up this side here and like kind of blend it in, you know, to make it a little bit more seamless. And this is all based on your, like your preference on what it looks like, what your halo eye looks like. This whole look obviously is your preference. This is just what I'm doing, but you can always just be inspired by this and do your own thing. That's usually what I do when I watch YouTube. Like, it's very rare that I try and recreate something exactly. I'll just use it as a template for when I go to do my own makeup, you know? And now I'm using the shade, the Chill Factor shade from the Mint palette, just to blend. And we kind of want to make sure that both eyes, the halo is about the same size. So this one looks a little bit bigger, so I'm just gonna bring it in just a little bit more. Alright, so hopefully our eyes match a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna go do my base, come back, and we're gonna finish the eyes. Okay, so we're going back into the Mint To Be palette. I'm going to be using the same two shades I used on the top part of my eye. So Ice Cold, oops, can you guys see it? Ice Cold, which is the shade right here, and Seltzer. Okay, so I'm gonna be using those under my eye with a pencil brush by E.L.F. I'm gonna go in with Ice Cold. Then I'm gonna follow that with Seltzer with this brush I believe I was using. Just a Luxie brush. I think that's what I was using. We're gonna see. I'm gonna go back into Chill Factor just to darken that because I don't want that to be like that. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we're gonna go in with my black eyeliner. This, I'm just using Smashbox Always On gel eyeliner in the color Fishnet. Just a black eyeliner, and I'm gonna go into my waterline with that. And now I'm gonna apply my Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara on my upper and lower lashes, and then we'll do the falsies. Alright guys, here we go. The part that we've been waiting for, at least I've been waiting for, because I have never used these before and I'm really excited to see if they work. I've seen other influencers use magnetic eyelashes and I've always been curious to see how they work, how they apply, if they're easier. So I was really excited when Aimee from AimeeNaturals Beauty sent me this NPR. It is a set of magnetic eyelashes. They are cruelty free, reusable. Comes with magnetic eyelashes. It comes with the liner that you're supposed to use, and it comes with tweezers to apply them. So this is what it looks like once you open it. I want to show you guys. I don't want the eyeliner to fall out, so I'm going to take the eyeliner out. This is the tube of eyeliner, and the box says to shake it several times before you use it. So actually I'm going to do that right now and shake it. I don't hear a ball or anything in there, so I don't think there's anything in there like mixing it up. But and then what else is left in there is here. So we have the tweezers to pick them up, and then we have 3 different types of lashes: the Diva lashes, Sunshine, and Bella. I think for today's look, I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go with Diva. Yeah. Okay, so the first step, besides obviously shaking this, is you gotta apply the liner to your eyelids. Okay, and I'm not sure how thick I need to make the line, but I'm assuming you should make it thick enough so that it'll stay. All right, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see my eye as I do this. Okay, so we're nice and zoomed in. I'm gonna show you guys the applicator first. Okay, so it's thicker than I thought, but I guess it needs to be thick for the eyeliner to grab hold. Alright, so I'm going to apply this. I'm going to start with the inner corner. I'm trying to get as close to the lash line as possible, and I'm not going to do a wing because I really just want to focus on making sure that the lash stays on. So that was one dip, and then I just dipped again. Can you guys see that? Alright, we did a baby wing, and it's like down turned. Okay, the other thing that it mentions on the box is to make sure you let the liner dry before you try to attach the eyelash. Okay, so we're gonna give this time to dry. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera and then let it dry, and then I'll come back and show you guys me attaching the eyelash. Okay, but this is what it looks like. It was pretty easy to apply the eyeliner, actually. I'm very surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Alright guys, I'm back. As you can see, I have the liner on both eyes. I wanted to show you what the lashes look like up close. Okay, so hopefully the camera works with me here and focuses. So this is the lash. I don't know if you'll be able to see on video, but there are little magnetic strips, like they're placed along here. So that's how it sticks to your eye. And this is the first time I'm ever trying this, so please don't judge me. I'm gonna go in for it. So I've got my mirror in my hand, And I'm gonna try and go as close to the lash line as possible. I'm gonna have to use my fingers. Wow. Alright, so you guys saw that I had to use my fingers, but I usually use my fingers anyway because, I don't know, these things are really nice and neat. However, I just find it's easier with my fingers. Okay, so that was really easy to apply. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten my lashes on that quickly before in my life, ever. And they feel pretty sturdy. All right, now I'm gonna do, I will mention that the liner has a scent. So if you are sensitive to smell, that might be an issue for you. It's not a like super strong scent, but there's definitely a scent and it lingers. Like I can still smell it right now. I don't know how long it'll take for the scent to stop lingering, but. And then this front part here. There we go. Okay. Okay, it's on there. Wow. I'm impressed with how fast it is to apply. And it's not messy. Like normally my hands would be covered in eyelash glue right now. It's not messy at all. Now, I will say if I close my eyes, try not to like squint, but if I close my eyes, can you see? I guess unless you touch it, you can't really see. You guys, I'm impressed. Let me zoom out. I'm really impressed with these lashes. I think that you wouldn't be able to tell that they're not just regular strip lashes. They look really, really good. And when my eyes are closed, I don't know, you guys tell me. I'll have to look back later if you can see that they're like super. I think they look good. So I'm just gonna put lipstick on and then give my final thoughts on everything, okay? All right guys, so I am back. I put on my lipstick. This is Makeup Forever Artist Nude Cream, and the shade is 11 Undraped, I believe it's called. Yeah. All right, so that's what I have on my lips, and now I just want to wrap up the video and talk about the products that I was sent. So I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but the Mint To Be palette was sent to me by Colourpop. I won a contest and I won the entire collection. So I got the Mint To Be eye palette, I got the lippy scrub, I got all kinds of goodies, okay? I got the Super Shock Shadow that I used in the look today. And so overall, I love this palette. I think that the colors are really vibrant. They are pigmented. There is a little bit of fallout if that bothers you, but besides that, I think it was great. I will say that I wish there was a deeper shade. You saw that I had to use a different palette to get that deeper shade, but besides that, I love it. Of course, I was sent AimeeNaturals Beauty magnetic eyelashes, so this is what I really want to talk about. So thank you first and foremost Aimee for sending this to me. She did send some other stuff that I will be showing off in future videos, but these lashes will be on her site available for purchase. Her website launches July 3rd, I believe, so you should be able to go on there and buy these soon, if not already. These retail for $35 for the magnetic eyelash kit. Now, I think that's a pretty reasonable price. You get the liner, you get 3 lashes, and you get the tool to help you apply them. I think this is a reasonable price. Plus, if you use my affiliate code Nadia15, you can save 15% off on your purchase. So I'll put that code in the description, but that's also a way to save some money if you are on a budget like me and you're not working right now. So what I have to say about these lashes are that they are super easy to apply. I couldn't believe how quick it was. Like literally you just put the liner on and then you snap them on. So I was a little sketched out when I first saw these magnetic eyelashes come out in the industry because I was like, oh my god, magnets on your eyes. But like, it's really no big deal. The liner is just like any other liner, except I guess there's little magnetic particles in it, and it'll wipe right off. And it's really convenient. There are the 3 different types of lashes, so you can switch it up depending on what look you're doing. And yeah, so if you're someone who has trouble applying false lashes, I would 100% recommend these magnetic eyelashes. They are super user friendly. Literally all you have to be able to do is draw a line on your lash line and boom, and then slap them on. It doesn't even have to be like a super neat line or anything, you know, because I don't think mine were particularly beautiful or anything like that. So yeah, I really like these lashes and I'll probably be using them again, especially if you're in a hurry. Like so many times I've been in a hurry and wanted to do lashes, but I'm like, I don't have time to wait 5 minutes for the glue to dry and then spend another 5 minutes attaching them perfectly. So if you're in a hurry, this is a lifesaver. So yeah, so I'm definitely happy that she said that to me. The only other thing that I'll mention is maybe a deterrent for some people is that it is lightly scented. So if you're someone who's sensitive to smell, you might not like that. But besides that, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. All right, so yeah, so I think that's all I have for today. I did use Jaclyn Hill powder today. I think I like how my base is looking. I'm looking really glowy and healthy, so that's good. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and staying safe and staying healthy. I'm gonna close the video out here, but I just want to remind you to please be thoughtful and think of others. If you do have to leave your home during this time, make sure you are wearing a mask, make sure you're being socially distant, and just let's all do our best to try and keep everybody safe and healthy. All right, so thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up so I know that you like the video. Leave a comment if you feel like it. Tell me hi, tell me where you're from, what you're doing, what's up, how are you surviving during these tough times. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try my best to upload more frequently because I think that would be good for me and for you and for everything. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in the next video.